How the incredible Yankees bullpen won the AL wildcard game. There are two phones in the New York Yankees bullpen. One is affixed to a wall next to the bench in the glass-cased area under the Yankee Stadium bleachers, where their relievers spend most of the game. The other behind the mounds out in the open, where their elbows and shoulders and minds ready for the high-octane duty of relief pitching in 2017. Less than 10 minutes into the American League wildcard game Tuesday night, the phones clanged. "It is rung before in the first inning," Yankees reliever Dellin Betances said, "but I can't remember the last time." That didn't matter. The Yankees were already down 3 runs to Minnesota in a win-or-go-home game, and as the Twins deposited 2 more hits and bullpen coach Mike Harkey told reliever Chad Green his time was nigh. "Green," he said, "get going." It became apparent the Yankees bullpen, a vaunted collection of arms that throws exceedingly hard, would inherit a task herculean even for them, record 26 outs, or spend the rest of October wondering what could have been. To see them, then, notch each of those 26 in such tidy fashion heartened those in the Bronx and beyond who saw this team grow into the perfect proxy for modern baseball's evolution. The Yankees are baseball's version of a rowing team, steered from the back, guided to an 8-4 victory and an AL Division Series showdown with the 102-win Cleveland Indians. First came Green to play trauma doctor, stable. The math to 26 outs was simple: 114 pitches, 13 strikeouts, 6 flyouts, 5 outs on ground balls, a pair of pop-ups and 4 relievers who managed to overshadow the delight of Aaron Judge's first postseason home run and the pain of Gary Sanchez putting the foul and ball in foul ball when he wore one off his nether regions. This night was the bullpen's. "As soon as the phone rings, we're going to be ready," Conley said. "And whatever they need us to do, we're going to do it." Yankees manager Joe Girardi needed plenty after Minnesota lit up New York starter Luis Severino for a pair of first-inning home runs and turned raucous crowd of 49,280 salty in the span of a quarter hour. Severino staggered into the dugout amid a chorus of boos with a single out registered, and as Green trotted in from the bullpen, the gravity of the situation revealed itself. The Yankees would need to do what no other team in 2017 had done: win a game in which their starter allowed at least 3 runs and got 1 or fewer out. Of course, Yankees general manager Brian Cashman had built his team specifically for a situation like this. With a questionable rotation, the Yankees spent resources on a bullpen that carried them through the season, importance well for October's increasingly spent with relief pitchers on the mound. 2 decades ago, even as the Yankees rode Mariano Rivera's arm out of the bullpen to a championship, starters pitched 65.7% of postseason innings. It hadn't changed much a decade later, with 65.3% of innings going to starters in the 2006 playoffs. Last year was a different story. Starters threw 357 2/3 innings, relievers 272 1/3. Only 56.8% of innings were thrown by starters. While mitigating factors skewed the first game of the 2017 postseason, the imperative to win forced Girardi's hand early with Severino, and did the same for Twins manager Paul Molitor, who pulled starter Ervin Santana after 2 innings. The notion of a postseason where starters throw more than relievers isn't altogether far-fetched. Over the last 4 seasons, relief pitching usage has jumped from 33.53% of innings to 38.07%. The average major league start this year lasted 5.51 innings, the lowest number in history. Baseball in 2017 is about home runs and strikeouts. Relievers give up fewer home runs and strike out more hitters than starters, and it's especially tempting for managers to be aggressive with the increased number of off days in October.